Hello, and welcome back. It's time for another network special update.
That's right, here we are, ready to go.
It's been a little while. I said we need to do this again. I'm trying to make it a point to do this because I like to keep people informed of what's going on. And there's been a lot of hardships.
There definitely has been in the past few months, especially.
I don't want to talk too negative, but I mean, this is stuff that has to get, I have to get shit off my chest. And, some of the challenges we face, like one, YouTube is a big challenge for us because of the copyright. You've been battling with these copyrights. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, the past few months have gotten a lot worse. Just, we get these errors saying your video's ineligible for monetization, and it doesn't really give you a reason why. It just flags it. Boom, you can't make any money off it. Not that it's a huge deal at this point in time, but sometime in the future, I feel like when we start making money off it, it's really going to impact the business as a whole.
Not to mention, like, we're putting all this time and energy into one episode. Even, that's a lot of work for an episode. If it's just not eligible, it's like, it could be like it's taking one of those legs out from under you. And it's not good. I showed you this before, and YouTube has this, like, there's bots basically that go through, and now it seems like YouTube's making it a lot more pain in the ass. Because I looked this up on Reddit. This one guy says it's all automatic in what they say about it. Okay, so content that YouTube considers inappropriate for advertising, including but not limited to sexual suggestive content. Well,
that's the social in a nutshell.
Including partial nudity, sexual humor, violence, display of injury or events related to violent extremism, inappropriate language. Well, that's what we're about.
Well, no, it's there, yeah.
Including, harassment, swearing, vulgar language, promotion of drugs. Look at all this shit.
And now
political conflicts. That's this is what pisses me off about YouTube. It's obviously it's owned by Google.
Yeah.
And Google's such a liberal fucking entity that we can't stir up controversy. We don't want to make people offended, and it's if they do that, then this is why everything is getting so and you don't get that people expressing themselves the way it's supposed to be. See, even somebody if somebody's doing the news on here, or just natural disaster, you can't cover that. These bots are supposed to pick that up and not let you get monetization for it.
Now, what makes me wonder is when I don't know if this just affects the little people just starting out, or you can't tell me that people that are on YouTube now getting millions of hits, that the people that are advertising wouldn't give a shit about what as long as they get their ads on their video. I'm thinking this is more affecting just the smaller people.
I'm thinking about too, you get all these half-clad naked women that, all they have to do is fucking be in their bra and panties, and they're gonna get 100,000, 200,000, maybe in a million views, doing fucking nothing. We put a lot of time and effort into editing this stuff. How much time do you think you put into an episode?
It's between 8 and 12 usually. 8 and 12 hours.
8 and 12 hours when a girl could just take her top or
slop and drop.
Yeah. It's not edited at all. She's just in her panties and bam. Making more money than us. I don't want to be like a baby and cry about this, but I mean, I was hoping to make a little bit of money doing this, and we're not seeing it.
I hear where you're coming from on that point. It's just it seems like it's really hard for these people starting out to make money anymore. I mean, for being a year in the running, I thought we'd have a lot more subscribers than we currently do, but I know it's constantly an uphill battle, and that's it's good because it keeps you pushing forward, but at the same time, it's when does the break come?
It's very hard out there, and for us to sit and compete. But at the same time, it's I don't want to give up right away yet either. I mean, it just sucks. I wish we would have saw a check by now.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even make $100 on this channel yet. That's all the videos, all the time. Yeah, that's a lot of time and effort into this shit.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Another thing, we're kind of trying to start to look at our content a little bit, because, if we spend our time, money, and energy to go down to something like Comic-Con, which we thought I actually thought it was going to get a lot of views.
I thought too.
And it's sitting at Where are we at here? 190 views.
Which isn't nothing when it comes to...
What was the ticket price to get in there? 70? No, that was for both of us.
70 a piece.
$70. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we didn't make any of that back. The thing I appreciate, and I will give them a thumbs up, GeekCon, when we covered them, that's almost at 500. They considered us press, which was good because we're there to cover it.
Yeah.
We're not here to fucking get
Stick
for
around.
free thing to go in there. And then Comic-Con, we tried to do that with them, and they basically, no, you got to be on that list, and it's got to be a certain people. And what pissed me off is when I was trying to go through that, you had these other people, like, you know, just like a family going up there. It's like, well, I'm doing you guys a favor by covering your event, you know, out of my own time and money, and they're not. They're just there to enjoy the day.
They obviously knew somebody that was probably either talking or, I don't know. It's just all who you know these days. It doesn't matter.
So anyway, I'm starting to think, why should we bother covering stuff like this until maybe if we get more subscribers down the road, it'll be something we'll do, but I can't risk spending time on it. Even if we look at the Oktoberfest special, you guys went and filmed it, I did the editing on it. We're only at 125 views.
That's nothing.
I
I
mean,
thought that would do a lot better. And I don't think we hit enough people that day. Honestly, I think that was our biggest downfall. We didn't really hand out any cards or anything. It was just kind of, hey, and you know, if I really want to do this again this next year, so I'm not going to say that we won't do it again. It's just that when we hit it, I want to hit it a little harder, you know, more of the peak times, and really start handing out, you know, if you go here, you're going to see yourself. If you you know, give us a thumbs up, maybe we'll give you a shout out or something. You know, just kind of encourage people. Maybe we'll walk around with some shots. I don't know. That was another thing we were thinking of.
I suppose, I don't know if we could legally do that, but
Everybody's drinking on this parade route. It doesn't matter.
the other thing is, if you're sitting there handing out cards, you're probably going to get maybe a quarter of those people keep them and actually go.
Well,
But 75% of them are going to go in the garbage.
That's fine. Still
It
good.
just sucks thinking about that, you know. But stuff like, you know, we talk about the content that's driving us. You know, I go back and look, because that's what I'm going to start doing now, is assessing what videos are hot, and like the computer build. This was just, we weren't even going to film this with Ethan, and he's like, hey, I'm buying these new parts. I was like, all right, we'll just film it, something for the network. And this video has been taken off, 7,000 views already. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, and that was something we actually did well, filming wise, rather quick. It wasn't like we're setting up all these fucking huge lights. I mean, it was a little bit of it, but like out of some of the stuff that we like, the shows, and we're not getting the views that we got off something that we could just, you know, kind of just throw up. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you put a lot of work into that.
For the most part, though, it was less planning than what we do for a show. I mean, I don't know if people know this, but when I do Talk is Cheap, I'm a week before that episode airs, I am researching it. I'm trying to make sure I know it inside and out. So I'm trying to be fluid with it. But, you know, something like that, obviously Ethan kind of had to know what he was talking about, but I just did the, you know, talking with it. But, and if that's what drives people, I mean, like, you see all these other stupid videos on YouTube where people are just, you know, it's the pranks and stuff that are getting, I don't know.
It's just whatever's hot at that moment in time.
It's like, I hate to say it, but I mean, if stuff like that's, you know, that we're going to kill the people actually trying to do work, it's all going to be stupid, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah, so I think definitely previews of stuff coming out and tech reviews and stuff is pretty hot.
Seems like stuff that's coming out like within the next 3 to 4 months that you start talking about is always what's really hot. Because like you were doing the MacBook one. Yeah, that's insane.
The Dynamac, I just 2,000. I didn't even expect to get that much. I was thinking, you know, maybe 500 views. And I said after WWDC, this video is going to be dead. It's still actually even getting some hits today. Can't believe that. But it's a good feeling. You know, it's on the right track. And now I released a new one a week ago. Not great, but not bad. I mean, when I look at, you know, like keyboard cover, you know, stuff that like people don't really, it's just something we gotta figure out.
We're gonna eventually kind of funnel some of these directions of these shows and stuff. It's just a matter of time.
And like when I originally started Dynamac, I wanted it to be a tip show on the Mac stuff. I wanted to say, okay, here's cool stuff to make your Mac. You know, it's like a lot of stuff you don't know about, and it'd be like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Hey, it works. I found out, you know, after assessing the Dynamac platform on those videos, those weren't getting hits. So if it's not going to get hits, I'm not going to waste my time doing it.
Yeah.
I personally like the tips, but if the audience doesn't like it, I'm not going to do it, you know?
I think it's one of those things too. Once you start gaining an audience, people will tune into it. It's not going to get the amount of hits that these newer and greater topics are, but at this point in time, we don't have the people that are just coming to see just that.
It's just, there's other stupid shit on YouTube too, like these kids like dumped all this cola in a pool and it's got like whatever 4 million views. It's like, number one, it's a waste of cola. Number two, it's a waste of money. And it's like, this is what we've come to.
Okay, so we want to touch base on how you guys out there can help us out and make our videos more hard-hitting. What we're really looking for is, on these videos, just leave comments, anything, questions, maybe you guys have suggestions, anything like that. Just those comments down in the bottom are going to generate us on higher search results. Even the thumbs up and thumbs down. Either way, I mean, just leave something.
One thing I wanted to say about that too, we can, if we have a video up and it gets like 300 views, we should be able to easily say we should have 100 thumbs up on it. So, I mean, even thumbs down is, you know, if you don't like it, give us a thumbs down. That helps to bring a boost up.
It generates more, search results.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is. And if you know, if you want to see more content from us and help us get out there, then we would appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, emails would be great as well. I mean, we got k2d4network@gmail.com, and if you guys have something just for the social fix at gmail.com as well.
Or you can go to k2d4network.com, go to the contact page, and you can hit, there's a drop down menu for attention, like whichever show. If it's Dan and Mac, you can attention to Dan and Mac, and then we'll know that that's for question for that. That's even director yet. So another way you can help us out, and this is kind of a little bitching point too, I was trying to get the ads for, how is it called? Google AdSense. I wanted Google AdSense on our website so that ads would be directed for what people look up, and then you would get paid for people just seeing the ads. But when my application got denied through Google AdSense because they said we didn't have enough text on the website, which is, it's not a text thing, it's a video thing that we're trying to do. But anyway, I wasn't able to get through them, so I had to go through another place. The problem with this is I have to go through and say, pick a merchant and say, okay, that might be appropriate for our audience, and then we don't get paid for the viewing. They have to actually click on the ad and then go and buy something. And that makes it like 10 times more difficult.
Oh, yeah. That's really difficult.
Because that's ad revenue we're missing out on.
Which that's always going to be a hard one to hit on there unless you got a really big audience. But
and I want to say that I want our content to be flooded with ads. I hate ads just as much as the next guy, but we need to start getting monetized some way. And I'm asking you guys, if there's another thing we can do, let us know, because we really need help in this area. I mean, I won't be afraid to admit it.
So as the shows start to evolve here, we can really see kind of what direction we want to start pushing these shows. The social fix has kind of taken a little hit on views and comments and stuff like that. We started out this network with, we were getting a few hundred views for, you know, the social fix stuff. And
did you say that you were really pushing that?
The social?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell was that?
I will admit, like, you know, when we started out, we had more energy, and now it's like we're spending a lot of that time editing it, so it's kind of nice to lay back. But
personally, it comes down to, if you don't see the views, it's hard to put the time into it, kind of like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
But we've really been kind of pondering a few different ideas to kind of regenerate that traffic to the social fix page, which we're probably going to end up doing for some of the other shows too. But if you guys see, this past Wednesday here, we had a episode of Naughty or Nice come out. That's kind of a new spin-off of the Socials channel. Basically, we do something fun with each other. It could be, you know, flying drones. It could be playing a board game, just something cool. Or we do punishments and stuff like that, which seems to be a really hot thing on YouTube right now.
My question is, so you're going to do this every other week?
We're going to try, yeah.
So that's another thing there now. Now you're taking time out of yourself. Yeah, so that's just something to, you know.
With the quality of these, we're not expecting, or I'm not expecting to put out something that's like, whoa, this is like a high production value. Like, you guys are doing pranks. It looks like it should be on TV. It's more of pull out the camera. Here we are. You know, a couple episodes we use lapels, but I'd like to get good audio at the least. But it's just something quick. You know, bang, we did this. Haha, we can laugh about it, and it's, you know.
I think I saw, watching that Mousetrap episode. They did a good job of editing.
That'll be the one Wednesday here. So if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, link in the corner. And one thing I'm actually excited about, we're filming the last, I don't know if it's going to air last for sure in the segment or not, but the show itself is going to be called Game of Geeks within the Board as Fuck there. And this was pretty cool because I've been preparing for this all season, and it's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of people come out. We're going to grill. We're going to have brats and hot dogs and enjoy ourselves a little bit. It's kind of like a good, like, fair, like, good way to wrap the season up in the summer.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I mean, it sounds like you had a lot of planning going into it or something. I'm excited. I haven't been involved in a lot of that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to move all this shit around and make it look like a nice little game show, I think. So that's going to be cool. Got a nice prize. And that's kind of one thing I wanted to say. I bought this prize from our affiliate, so if you guys want that prize, I'm not going to tell you what it is until the show airs. You can click through on the banner on our website and order it through there, and that help us out a lot to get that commission. So that's another way we're trying to, you know, help us. So network special coming up that I'm currently editing is magnet fishing. I went out with my buddy Dale Westby from school, caught back up with him, and he told me about this, you know, hey, you can drag a magnet and like pick shit up off the bottom of the lake and stuff. You were with that first day of filming. What do you think?
I thought it was pretty neat. I never knew about it either, and he seemed like he had a pretty good system down with it.
Yeah, so, and I was actually surprised at how strong that magnet really was. When he put it on that pipe, and then that lady came by and tried to pull it off, I was like, no way, you know, he was faking it.
It's like one of those magnets that you can't pull it off straight. You have to like either, how does it, you twist it, or you got to pull, like, I don't know, it's weird. You got to pull it to the edge to get it off. It seemed like it was a little...
It's one of those cow magnets. So, and you're actually surprised how strong it is. That when, you know, he's casting it in.
So what are some good finds that he said he found? I mean, I know he's...
I like to leave it for the show, but, you know, we found pliers.
Well, I mean, what he found, not in the show, but like he said he found a bicycle one time.
Yeah, he actually got rid of the bike, but I'm gonna put a picture in the video of his catch. He took a picture of it, so
cool.
And that's awesome. We went on kayaks. You weren't there that day, but we went on kayaks. That was fun to get on the kayak. I've never been kayaking.
Yeah.
So it was cool to get out and do stuff like that. But you were doing a lot of VR porn. Do you think that's?
It's not getting the.
It's not holding the retention, though, is it?
I don't think we got any revenue off of the one that's got 7,000 views on it.
None.
When I go to the Google app, it says nothing.
Jesus. That means
the ones that are getting the money are like the DeLorean did great for money wise. It got over $1. All the rest are like, you know, 10 cents. Like the porn ones that we're not getting any revenue of. It's either the Mevo one got a little bit of money because, you know, that's a hot item. I knew I wanted to hit that because that seems to be the one that's getting the most views right now. And yeah, I don't know.
That's one thing I wanted to mention too was, this looks like it's easy to throw a video up, you know, and do all that stuff. But recently, I'll say this, like some algorithm picked up my theme song for Talk Is Cheap, so now they're saying that can't be monetized because they're saying they own it. So then we got to go and battle and try to get our rights back. But think about this: if somebody just can claim, because YouTube, they're liberals, person can just say, hey, that's mine. YouTube's got no proof. They're just going to say, hey, this guy's claiming it's his, and we got to come back and say, no, it's ours. And then after that point, you know, it's got to escalate farther, and it just gets to be ridiculous. And something like that should be simple and being taken care of right away, it's not. And then you're sitting there, we're battling this stuff in the back. This last week I had to re-upload all 3 of my videos just to straighten stuff out. And it's like that I should be editing the network special that I'm supposed to be working on, and now I'm behind on that, and it just gets you really frustrated.
Well, plus we didn't say that if somebody claims that the song is theirs, they get paid all the revenue for the entire episode.
There's no portion. If it's one little clip, even a sound effect, that if somebody picks that up, they get the entire episode. That's ridiculous. And I've messaged YouTube wanted feedback on their the way they do things. And I said, hey, this is ridiculous. It needs to be, if it's that one part of that song, then give maybe like whatever, even 25% at most.
Yeah.
Should just go to them, and then we should get the rest. Because it's too much battling around. And then at the end of the day, like I said, a girl can just take her top off and get more views than us doing nothing. So
yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I know we talked about having Skype guests on too, but we're a little delayed on that because waiting for the MacBooks and shit. That's really pissing me off. Not to mention, I'm sure you're ready for different editing software.
Oh my god, it was so terrible streaming and editing that one episode.
I
wanted to try it.
That.
It was like lagging like a
It went quite a while though, like 2 hours.
It eventually dropped out on its own, so I don't know what happened with I think it was a Facebook or internet connection error, but yeah, just when I get more than like 4 angles, it seems like my computer struggles really bad.
So let's talk about the live stream. How do you feel that that's going, the Social Fix Uncut?
It wasn't going so well, to say the least. I was hoping more people would tune in than they did, but it seems like maybe it's just a schedule thing, but it seems like people are having a hard time tuning in. I don't know.
Yeah, and if it's like we're doing it live for a reason, I guess, to try to get that
live interaction.
Yeah. And if we're not getting that, is that something you feel like we should step away from?
I mean, I'll probably hit it a couple more times, but it's not gonna be something I hit religiously. Like I was planning originally to hit it. Oh, we'll do live stream once a week or once every other week. Well, I don't feel like that anymore. Once we gain a little more audience,
yeah,
it'd be
get
worth
the
it.
subscription base up.
If it's a really hard pressing issue, I'll probably hit it again, every once in a while. But
which was leading me to think too. I originally was planning on doing that with Talk is Cheap, but seeing from what's going on with the Social Fix live stream is like,
shit show.
Why do it?
Shit show is the same way. Well, we had a few on the shit show.
Yeah, there was a few, but I don't know.
Probably shouldn't say that. I'll get flagged.
I already swore.
Show.
So that was another thing I was thinking about too. Like, since I don't have our laptops ready to get people on, I know we have a couple people that want to come on the show, and I was thinking I gotta wait for those MacBooks before we can do that, because we need the hardware out here to handle. One's gonna be recording the screen, the other one's gonna be having the guest from wherever they live live stream to us. I was thinking about maybe just, doing it at my room one-on-one with them, and do I want to do that? I started thinking about a lot of stuff. Is it going to take away from, Talk is Cheap and water it down? I would obviously edit it, because I would just be recorded through Skype. I wouldn't do it live. I was having issues with the OBS live stream, because it's recently new and it's not really ironed out yet.
For
Mac.
Oh, really?
That's one thing I think of. It's like, I don't know if I want to go in that direction, because is it going to take away from what the show is really about? And is it going to lose its audience if I'm watering it down with, oh, here's a one-on-one guest, and then, the production's a little less. It's not going to be in here. It's going to be up in my room.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, that's hard to say. I mean, you really don't know unless you try it, but at the same time, we've been trying a lot of things and kind of been failing at most of them, so...
Now with this internet age, we're basically building our audience from the ground up, or if the TV, like, people go to the networks and then they kind of like, okay, catch on. This way the people are coming to us, and it's like we really got to build that audience from the ground up. And we're it's been over a year, 300 subscribers. Do I wish I was more? Yeah, I hate to get greedy. I mean, there's some shows that we had that got hit and they turned out really well, but others are. And then it sits there in that dead spot. And
yeah, it's hit and miss, but you just learn from your mistakes and move on. Subscribe versus unsubscribed, it's like 95% people that are watching are unsubscribed, and like the 5%, 5 to 10% or whatever are subscribers, and shouldn't be that low,
Part of the issue is,
like, we don't give anything.
I really feel like, yeah, we should be having our shows every week, but we really don't have the manpower to do that. I think it's kind of it's a chore to get everybody together just to film, because everybody's got their own lives, their own schedules and everything, and we got to find that one day, and get everybody together. And,
That's hard. Full-time job on the side there.
yeah, we work full-time jobs. I mean, we're not like, some teenager that's just making it on YouTube. Speaking of which, all these kids just playing video games, look at their views, and it's like, really? Maybe that's maybe that's how to be our direction. Just sit and play games and say fuck everything.
Could be, yeah.
I don't know.
If the personality's there and the content's there, that's all people care about.
At the same time, what I really appreciate is doing these videos really grew my editing skills. All these other tricks you learn, and then it just starts to become second nature and how to do all this stuff. So that's pretty cool. So editing skills has helped me. Yes. Do I wish we were making a little on the side doing it? Yes. Are we seeing that? No.
It's a labor of love right now.
Oh. I'm just hoping we're not burned out in a year.
So show us you guys really care by commenting below and hitting that subscribe button. It helps out a lot. We want to see that percentage go up. What can we do to make you guys be a continued subscriber? Let us know.
So yeah, leave a comment below. Yep, thumbs up, thumbs down. This video is a good one to start with. Let us know.
Thank you guys for watching.